Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Judicials, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Judicials will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tigers offense will go to work first. Motion from the wideout. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Throwing right. All by himself. All by himself down the middle. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
The dream start for this offense. You get the ball at the 25 and you go 75 yards, play one. Everybody excited, everybody confident, everybody jacked up. That's the way you start a football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Judicials offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We'll be watching this matchup on the outside closely today, David, to see if this guy can get anything done one-on-one against one of the best corners in the game.
Well, and this corner really can shut down half the field, and that's a big problem. This offense, they really need to win this matchup. They need their wide receiver to beat that defensive back, and I don't know if that's possible. He's just so good, been so consistent. Palmer, you tell me how you're going to win this matchup.
Well, you're not going to win it every play, that's for sure. You can't avoid that side of the field the entire game. I think it's just going to come down to this offense in the critical down and distances when there's a third down and the coverage dictates that you've got to throw it against him. That's the play you need your receiver to win. And whether or not they have a guy that can win that matchup offensively, we're going to find out here pretty soon.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. And the Judicials line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. LSU quick to the line.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
Wide open downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage and get it to the 33. No huddle here for the offense.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing.
There he goes. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. To the air, it's Van Buren. Got it in the middle, it's Jones. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Off the boot, looking for his man. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Here's a heat. Unleashes one deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got a man, it's May. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39, a pickup of 15. They'll rush to the line, clock stopped for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Looking to throw on first down. The sweet feet buy a little time. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he is corralled short of the line to gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. The kick is on its way. He'll field the punt. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. To the air, it's Van Buren. Hauls it in.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The Tigers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw for it. Bought a little time, lets it go. Caught in the backfield, it's Hill. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, so you can mix it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown LSU! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Give to the fullback. Got enough for the first. He'll get a fresh set of downs, stopped at the 31-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Swartz. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Fellas, by the looks of things, we've had one enjoyable first half in Baton Rouge. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in Baton Rouge.
LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's low. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. On the option. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's York. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. Goes to the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Judicials have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. On the option. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Pressure coming. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
On 3rd and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the 4th down.
And the Judicials send out the punt unit. Makes the catch near the 50. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, what a cut! And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown.
Illegal blocking back. Offense.
So the big gain, all for naught, brought back due to the laundry on the field, and they'll try it again. Handoff from the shotgun. Inside the 25. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Tigers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Guys, LSU has the lead here, and they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Touchdown, Tigers! And the punishment has been extended. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UMass is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sam the Minuteman isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet.
Now on the option.
They're up by 10 over Memphis. We'll circle back. If anything big happens in this clash in the American, you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, they're after him. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This defense right now is pinning their ears back with a huge lead in the fourth quarter, and you're seeing that coming off the edge. They're not even respecting run because they don't have to. They know that this opponent is going to throw the football. They're taking wider splits. They're getting up the field. They're using their speed, and that time tracking the quarterback down for a big sack.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Rush is on him. The sure hands, it's O'Neal. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The Judicials will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. With the run on first and goal. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet, and that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
And the extra point is good. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's O'Neal. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Trying play action. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He works his way to the 21-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. And the Judicials will send out the punt unit. He'll call for the fair catch here. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down and still on his feet. That will be the final play as they make the stop, and the clock has expired here. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field